What is up, Wrecking Crew? Nathan Reckham here, and we are back for another series, and this is a Pokemon Shield Wildlocke. What is a Wildlocke? I'm so glad you asked. A Wildlocke is a new challenge that I've created that's very similar to a Nuzlocke. So standard Nuzlocke rules apply. You have to nickname every Pokemon that you capture, and if a Pokemon faints, it's considered dead, and you have to release it and never use it again. The difference between a Wildlocke and a Nuzlocke is when we can capture a Pokemon. In this challenge, we're going to have our starter Pokemon, which is a total surprise at this point. We're going to trade our starter to my friend Chris, who's going to send us an egg. I have no idea what's going to be in that egg, so it's going to be really interesting. Other than that, we're going to capture a Pokemon the first time we step foot into the wild area, and that Pokemon is going to be the first max raid battle that we trigger. Those two Pokemon are going to be the only Pokemon we walk into the first gym with, assuming they're still alive. After that, the only other time we capture a Pokemon is after we defeat a gym leader. We're going back to the wild area to encounter another max raid battle Pokemon. So our first two, and then 8, one for each gym. That's 10 Pokemon total for this playthrough. A couple other things, Shiny Claws is in effect, so if we encounter a shiny Pokemon and we're able to capture it, that Pokemon is viable, we can use it on our team. Another thing to note about this series is it's going to be all about the challenge. There are so many playthroughs of Pokemon Sword and Shield on YouTube that are about the story, taking your time, exploring every little nook and cranny, and that's not what this is going to be about. I'm going to try to blow through this game and put out episodes that get a lot accomplished. So this first episode specifically, we're going to be cutting a lot of the unnecessary beginning stuff out, just so we can get our starter Pokemon and start the challenge. That being said, I know there are a lot of viewers on YouTube who want Nuzlocke to show everything. That way you know I'm not cheating, which is fair. I usually don't care if I lose because I want to make it interesting, and if I don't lose occasionally, then it's not interesting. I don't lose on purpose, but things happen, and that's why I make difficult challenges so that you don't know if I'm going to win or lose. And I love these games, so I don't have a problem starting over and doing this again. In fact, I think this is going to be a really fun challenge, and you could easily do it again. It's not a randomizer, but it kind of is. If you don't know what Pokemon spawn in what dens, which I don't. I only know a couple of the dens. I know there's a ghost type by the tower and the fire type around the stones and Lake of Outrage, but I really don't know what most of the dens spawn. Also, I'm really going to take my time with putting out these episodes because I want to spend a lot of time making edits and clean transitions and also adding some awesome music. So when you hear a track that is fire, and you will because they are so good, keep an eye on the bottom right corner of the layout because the names of all the tracks are going to pop up there while they're playing. And at this point, they're all going to be from Glitch X City. If you don't know Glitch X City, go check her out. A link to her channel is in the description below. And she's incredible at what she does. She allows content creators to use her music for free. It's insane. She's so wonderful. Go show some love to her. She really deserves it. Take a good look, you two. Okay, so I've thought about this a lot. And personally, I'm Grookey gang for sure. I love Grookey. Well, to be honest, I'm not in love with any of the starters this gen. I also don't hate any of them. They're all pretty good. It's interesting that they did the mono-type starters like Gen 2, but I honestly think that's why I'm not crazy about any of them. I want some secondary types on these starters. Anyway, I chose Grookey on my first playthrough. I chose Scorbunny when I played through Sword, and I've never chosen Sobble. However, for this challenge, since it doesn't really matter, we're going to pick Scorbunny. And the reason we're picking Scorbunny is because Leon's ace is Charizard, fire type. If we pick Scorbunny, then that means Leon is also going to have Inteleon, and Hop's going to have Rillaboom. So it ensures that between our rival and the champion, there's only Charizard and Inteleon and Rillaboom, so with Cinderace out of the picture, there's not two fire types. So it makes it a little more interesting. We really need to be aware of types a little bit more, and we're just going to trade Scorbunny away so it doesn't matter too much anyway. Well, we're not going to nickname Scorbunny just because it's not our real starter. I would name it after somebody, but then we're just going to get rid of it. So no one wants that. All right, here we go. Our first battle that doesn't matter at all because our starter's not going to stay with us for very long. But let's speed up through this and let's get on with the more exciting stuff. Let me tell you what, Pokemon did it right. The Slumbering Weald is incredible. This is easily one of my favorite places in the Pokemon universe ever. And there's a few that really stick out to me, and this is solid top 3. Ooh, big boy. I don't care what anyone says. Zamazenta, beautiful. So much cooler than Zacian in my opinion. Wooloo almost got me killed. Told you don't break through that fence. I said leave that fence alone. What'd you do? Kept rolling into that fence. Now here we are. Last time I tried to save you. So the Wildlocke has technically started, but we don't even have our starter yet. So I'm going to capture a couple Pokemon now, but we're not actually going to use them. They're just placeholders so that when we trade with Chris, we can get an egg and hatch it immediately. Heck no! Do you even know who I am? Alright, I am gonna buy some berries because I'm smart. And I know once we get to the professor's place, we are going to get a low-leveled Pokemon that we're starting from scratch with. So I want to have, also they're cheap. I want to have some berries so that we know we're good to train a little bit before we start having to take on trainers, things like that. Man, who needs potions when you can look this good? Actually, I don't look that good. The options for clothing in this first store are booty butt cheeks. Oh, this little punk, you're asking for it. Dang! Get that sweater out of here. I love Nickit. I wish Thievul and Nickit had better stats. I mean, I'm probably still going to use one competitively at some point. I just love it. Slash her. Slash them. Yeah! Got that endorsement. What's on my butt pocket? What's on my booty? Huh. Almost looks like a keyhole. Can't unlock these. No, you can't. Oh, we big now. Alright, we have done it. Oh, God. As I was saying, we have done it. We have reached the point in the game where we can trade. So, blah! We are going to trade our starter Pokemon So hang tight 1 sec. We're gonna get this trade going, and we're gonna see what we get. All right, so we are connecting with one of my best friends, Chris, and we're gonna trade our starter. And we're trading this Score Bunny for an egg. And I don't know what this egg is. I've asked Chris to send me something that's not too awful, but not too overpowered and a little unique, to kind of make this a little random and interesting. So we're gonna get this egg, and then we are gonna run around and hatch it and see what we have as a starter. All right, here we go. What is it gonna be? This is our starter for our first Wildlocke ever. Okay, there we go. I've actually not used one of these things. So Hatina is going to be our first Pokemon in this Wildlocke. Now, the reason I asked Chris to send me an egg is 2 reasons. I didn't want to have boosted experience on a Pokemon from a trade, just because I don't want to abuse that. And second of all, I wanted to nickname this thing right away, and I was planning on doing this already. It's really funny that he picked this Pokemon, because this Pokemon's going to be named after Chris. So let's check her out. Alright, so we've got a Quick Ball Chris, Hatina, Anticipation, and Neutral Nature. So we're gonna grind up a smidge. I'll probably have to do a little switch train situation with Nickit just to get it past level 1. I think it's fair that we switch train Chris until she can beat a Pokemon on her own. Okay, I think this thing knows Bite. No! Ah!
What up, bro?
Dude, I already lost.
Are you kidding me?
No, dude.
Are you kidding?
This thing is so bad.
It is?
It doesn't evolve until level 32 either.
I thought that was like a decently low level.
I mean, well, I am level 6, but dude, she's so slow too that I tried to run away from a Pokemon that I knew had Bite, and I couldn't get away, and it just killed me.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious.
Alright, well, I'll get a different one. Killing me small.
What do you mean? You gave me this thing.
Good Pokemon.
Hatina?
Yeah.
Maybe if she were also fairy type. I can't touch dark types right now.
What was that noise?
What, you farted? Yeah, dude, she didn't make it.
She didn't make it, at least it killed me right off the bat. That's messed up, man.
Hey, man. I can't help you if you're not going to help yourself. Man, that thing ran me down and bit the crap out of you.
Are you gonna put that in the video or no?
I mean, I feel like I have to.
You have to. You can't cheat.
I know. I'm gonna have to put some of this conversation in there too. What you want? You want your dead you back?
Yeah, I do. I was very disrespectful.
Well, you know, you better keep it forever because it's she's special at this point. You got to use her in a competitive battle sometime.
Yeah, I'll start using it in my game. Finish the game with that one.
Yeah, and she's gonna make her YouTube debut. Okay, we're trading with Chris again. And I'm giving back his Chris because I couldn't keep her alive. So we're gonna get another egg, and we're gonna hatch this one, and we're gonna hopefully get some better luck. The reason I'm not starting over entirely is because this is the beginning. I'm not gonna play through the beginning chunk again with a starter that we're not actually using as a starter. We're still in the same spot. So Chris is gonna get this Hatina named Chris and use her to finish his playthrough because he still hasn't beaten the dang game, and it's been out for like 7 years.
Over the truth, baby.
Let's see what's in the love ball.
If it's a bad Pokemon, at least you have a love ball.
Okay, no, I'm not mad about this actually. I actually love Vikavolt. It's slow, but it has insane special attack.
Yeah, it does.
So
That's
Grubbin.
sports money.
Oh, okay. Well, it's down in defense, which isn't great, but it's up in special attack. So what's funny about Grubbin, and I'm glad it's in a love ball, is she's a physical attacker until she evolves into Vikavolt. So the first 2 forms are more physical, but long game that's going to pay off. And this is a great Pokemon for the first gym. And it's not great for the second gym because of the rock type Dreadnought. But it's okay. It'll get us there, I'm sure.
Hell yeah. This is the one, I told you.
And with that, we have leveled up Chris to level 10. We've learned Bug Bite, which I feel great about because we haven't had Stab until this point. And I think we're going to wrap this one up here. And in the next episode, we are going to head into the wild area and encounter our next Pokemon if we can defeat a max raid battle, because it's going to be very difficult to beat even an early game max raid battle with a Grubbin. So, stay tuned, because I have no idea what's going to happen, and this is going to be fun. It's going to be tricky, and I definitely did not mean to trigger this scene, but, oh, we got Swift. Thank you so much for checking out this episode. I'll see you in the next one.